Vice, calm down. Good evening, sir. It's okay. Today we're gonna start Spm&Bv chapter. Group 4. Paper 20. I hope you already know there is a 3 options you have in option paper 20. 20A, 20B, 20C. They said a name called elective paper. So in CA also there is a one elective paper. It's a open book exam. But when it comes to the CMA final, elective paper represent not open book exam. You have to opt any one of the subject. When it comes to paper 20A, I hope you all opted this one only. Spm&Bv. Paper 20B, risk management in banking and insurance companies. Paper 20C, entrepreneurship and startups. So why my point of view, my suggestion, Spm&Bv is the best paper. The reason, this Spm&Bv paper is linked to your CFR, this Spm&Bv is linked to your SFM. But when it comes to the risk management as well, Spm&Bv is they said 50% problematic, 50% theory. So 50% problematic, 50% theory. But when it comes to the question paper, 80% is problematic, 20% is theory. That is the second advantages we have to opt Spm&Bv. As well, from olden days onwards, Spm&Bv paper pattern we can easily predict. So getting 60 is a basic thing in Spm&Bv. Getting 80 is the risk. 60 is a minimum. Just if you listen classes without practice also, student will get exemption in Spm&Bv in olden days. But I think you already know there is a change in question paper pattern. The standards of question paper also they're increased. Because of that reason, with class as well as you have to practice, at that time only you will get 80 marks. Just imagine if you're getting 80 marks in Spm&Bv, it will helps you to get a both group clear as well as there is a chance of rank. Sir, clear, sir? So when you can take any ranker, Spm&Bv is more than 70. Only few people only getting a 60 or less than 60. Sir, clear, sir? For 5 questions, we can say directly, this is the area you will get Spm&Bv 5 questions in question paper. 5 7, sir? Sir? Plus 25 MCQs. 25 marks. 25 marks MCQs. You can easily answer. You will get questions directly from the material. 35 plus 7, 25. How much, sir? Exemption is completed. You need to put a efforts for extra questions only. If you write extra 2 questions, that will increase your marks. Now, so 20B, 20C, we can't predict the question paper as well as it's a theory papers. Purely theory papers. Okay, then fine. When it comes to the Spm&Bv, 2 parts is there, Nana. So part A, strategic performance management. Part B, business valuation. Performance management and business valuation. They said this is the 50% of the subject, this is another 50% of the subject. And nature, this is a theory, this is a problematic. But when it comes to the exams, Nana, From this strategic performance management chapters also you will get 3 questions. On the 3 questions, uh, at that time you can answer one question, that is called ratio analysis. So ratio analysis question they will ask are return on equity. I hope you know the concept of DuPont analysis. DuPont analysis. Every attempt they are frequently asking that question, DuPont analysis. Just a return on equity calculation. But we are not using direct formula, we are considering 3 parameters. Are you guys clear? That kind of questions they will ask frequently from this chapter. And there is another chapter name called economic efficiency, Nana. Economic efficiency. It's about your entire foundation economics. Demand, supply, theory of cost, markets, price and output determination under different markets. From that topics, you will get one question name called maxima minima. Same concept is there in your DM. In few attempts, same question, not same question. In a SEM, in a DM also they are asking question, and SPM also they are asking question. But when come to the SPM, it's a mandatory. So I hope you know the monopoly market. Different types of markets, on that monopoly market is there. So on that, based on monopoly, only one model is there. In new syllabus, repeatedly out of 6 attempts, 5 attempts they are asked only single model monopoly market question. You can easily answer that question. Okay. Next, I think a lot of students taken a choice in a ratio analysis of cmainter new syllabus. They added a concept name called Altman G-score. Altman G-score. That is a mandatory concept in CMA final question number 4B. Altman G-score. We have a multiple models. Mandatory question. Easy to answer. So that are the 3 problems came from this SPM, not on BV. In the entire BV, there is a no concept of theory. All are problems only. But when it comes to the SPM, out of 50%, you will get 3 problematic questions. Are you okay now? 4 theory questions. Okay, then fine. When it comes to the strategic performance management, the first chapter, Introduction to Strategic Performance Management. In this chapter, there is a concept of supply chain management. Same supply chain management concept is there in our SCM. Supply chain management. Next, customer related things. Customer profitability and customer analysis, relation with the vendor, relation with the supplier. This kind of topics covered under Introduction to Strategic Performance Management. From this chapter, you will get mandatory 7-mark theory question. Question number 2A. Next, chapter number 2, Performance Evaluation and Improvement Tools. Once upon a time, that is nothing but in a old syllabus, there is a chapter name called Mergers and Acquisition in Business Valuation. That is a gold mine. From that mergers and acquisition, minimum we are getting 30 marks, minimum. But in this new syllabus, performance evaluation and improvement tools is a gold mine for us. Why it is a gold mine means, you will get 2 questions, Nana. You will get 2 questions. One is theory, another one is problem. Plus 10 marks case study based MCQ. Case study based MCQ. Generally we know MCQs are question number 1, right? When it comes to SPM, 1A, 1B. Question number 1A, 1B. 1A about, they will give 10 questions, 10 to the 20 marks. When it comes to the 1B, they will give case study, and that case study down, they will ask 5 questions, 5 to the 10 marks. Are you guys clear? I think in cost rate also same. They're asking case study based MCQs. No? But when it comes to the SPM-Bv, from last 4 attempts, they're asking case study based MCQ. Sir, clear, sir? Without conceptual clarity, you can't answer that case study based question. So you can observe uh, from chapter 2, you will get at least one MCQ. Total how many marks? 10 plus 14 plus 2. How many marks, sir? 20. In one attempt, they are asked 40 marks from the chapter. December 24. At that time, if student learn only that chapter, he will pass. Nana, clear, Nana? Next one. Third chapter, economic efficiency. So here you will get only one question, that is problem, Nana. That is problem. I said already, maxima, minima, monopoly. That problem came from the economic efficiency. But when it comes to that maxima, minima and monopoly is easy to answer. But when come to, you have to learn all those things from foundation level onwards. You need to learn demand, you need to learn supply, you need to learn theory of cost, you need to learn markets, you need to learn price and output determination under different markets. If you have knowledge about these all chapters, then only we can easily answer that economic efficiency problems. Are you okay? Then, next when it come to fourth chapter, risk management. From this risk management chapter, you will get another 2 7 marks. One is theory, another one is problem. When it comes to the problem, that is a point, that is a topic I said, Altman G score. So what is the purpose of current ratio, ma? What is the purpose of current ratio? We discussed in SAM also this point. To find out the liquidity position of the company. Based on that, we can easily say that company will continue survival or not. Yes or no? No? Based on that logic only, they created a lot of concepts called Altman G score, Benisham score. Benisham score is a difficult model, not a difficult, simple man. They will give one code 1.2 x1 plus 1.4 x2 plus 3.3 x3. That is a cheat code. Now you have to substitute x1 value, x2 value, x3 value, x4 value, x5 value. Then you will get some answer. They will set decision criteria. If that, what are the calculation you did, that is compared with the decision criteria. If it is more or less, based on that you have to say decision. Easy concept. But Benisham score is somewhat difficult. Why? Because the cheat code also we can't keep in our mind. We have to by heart that. There is no logics to keep that points in mind. Clear now? Okay, then fine. Next, Nana. Here onwards, business valuation started, Nana. When it comes to the business valuation, the first chapter, that is nothing but fifth number, fundamentals of business valuation. Fundamentals of business valuation. Sometimes they will ask question from this chapter, sometimes they will not ask question from this chapter, Nana. So what happened in board book means, the next chapter name is called Valuation of Methods and Approaches. They clubbed these two chapters. What are the concepts covered in 5th chapter? Same they will reflected in 7th chapter. As per board book, order is different. In our material, order is different. I sent it chapter 6 to last chapter. There is a chapter name called Law and Compliances. That's why order changes. Okay. They linked this chapter 5 Fundamentals of Business Valuation, chapter number 7 Valuation of Methods and Approaches in board book. Nothing is there in this chapter. The only concept they provided KO calculation, KE calculation, KD calculation. If you want to calculate KO, automatically you need to calculate what, Nana? KE, KD, KP, KR, KT. Sir, clear, sir? So we don't know about that. In intermediate level, in intermediate onwards, we are doing a valuation, but we don't know that is called valuation. So I think as per dividend growth model, how to calculate KE? dividend model with growth. Expected dividend, that is nothing but T1 divided by P naught plus growth. Yes or no? Na? If you shuffle the formula, you will get P naught. P naught equals to D1 divided by KE minus growth. Now the P naught is known as value of the share. We are using a name called market value. P naught represents current market value. That is called valuation of share. That all covered under this chapter number 5, fundamentals of business valuation. Guys, clear? There is another chapter name called capital structure. In that capital structure, the ultimate agenda, there is a two concepts is there: approaches, analysis. Forget about the approaches. When it comes, forget about the analysis. Come to the approaches. Net income approach. Are you getting? Net income approach, net operating income approach, traditional approach, Modigliani-Miller MM approach. In that 4 approaches, the agenda we are calculating market value of the firm. The market value of firm calculation is nothing but valuation. Nana, clear, Nana? Now that concepts also included in this fundamentals of business valuation. Okay, then fine. From this chapter, 7 marks. Next, Nana. Valuation of methods and approaches. 7 marks. If they not give a question from 5th chapter, they will give second question from this chapter, Nana. If they will not choose 5th chapter for examination, they will choose 2 questions from valuation of methods and approaches. These 2 chapters are linked in board book. Are you okay? As per board book order, chapter 5 is fundamentals of business valuation. Up to 5 correct only. 6th chapter name law and compliances. From that chapter till date, even they are not asking single MCQ. That's why I sent that chapter to last, chapter number 9. That's why the numbers are changed. Okay, then fine. Next, Nana. Valuation of assets and liabilities, ma. This is the chapter linked to your CFR. Valuation of inventory, valuation of shares, valuation of goodwill, valuation of economic value added, valuation of copyrights, valuation of human resources. I think that concept is not there, I think. Valuation of HR is not there. Economic value added? Economic value added is there. Why? It is the same in your cmainter MA. Divisional performance measurement. Same problems will there in your CMA final. Once upon a time, it's a mandatory question. Okay? Next, Nana. So from this chapter, you will get 7 marks, Nana. 2 7 marks, Nana. So they will touch valuation of asset, valuation of shares, and that valuation of, that heading is valuation of investments. And that investment, shares will be there, rights will be there, and debentures will be there, investments will be there. Out of that 4 concepts, they will touch 1 question. If miss that 4 concepts, they will touch goodwill. Okay? Apart from that, there is another concept name called valuation of HR, valuation of economic value added, and valuation of market value. From that concept, they will touch another question. We are not predicting, we can say that are the concepts we have. Next, ma. 8th chapter. Once upon a time, it is a gold mine, ma. Not now. Mergers and acquisitions. Mergers and acquisitions. When it comes to the mergers and acquisition, from here you will get a 3 7 mark questions, ma. Basic concept here. Basic concept. Now when it comes to here, one is basic, another one is moderate, another one is difficult. This kind of questions they will touching in new syllabus. Question number 7A, 7B, 8B. Sometimes they will give all 3 are easy questions. At the time, festival only. Seriously. Just EPS calculation, MPS calculation ma. Pre-measure, post-measure. We will get a clarity at the time of chapter. Just a festival. Are you clear? Next Nana. 9th chapter, law and compliances. Till date, they are not asked anything. This is a scrap. In this law and compliances, law involved, DT involved, IDT involved, business laws involved, company, business laws is there, company, insolvency, that all things covered under law and compliances, in theoretically. Problem point of view, DT related thing is there, fair value calculation. Okay, this about chapter list Nana, and expected things also. Okay, now when it comes to the exam past tense Nana, so these are very important, sir. Based on this only we will get a clarity which chapter is best, which one is important for us, which one we need to take some choice. That kind of things we can take based on past tense. Generally, student will see this past tense before exams. Now, when it come to, I hope you already know question number 1, but when come to the SPM, question number 1A. 10 MCQs. Question number 1B. 5 MCQs. These 5 are relating to case study. Now that case study questions also, each and everything is interlinked ma. If you solve first question, that will relate to the second one. That both are related to the third one. Only 1 or 2 theory points they will ask. You can say easily the theory points, but calculation part is involved. Each and every question is interlinked. Last attempt, they asked basic question, DuPont analysis, 10 marks. But they provided 2 years information. 2 years information, net profit margin, question 1, asset turnover ratio, question 2, equity multiplier, question 3, return on equity, question 4. Which one is the best? Question 5. Sir, okay? Okay, then fine. Next, when it come to question number 2A, Nana, it is a theory question. Chapter 1, Nana. Introduction to performance management. Next, question number 2B. It also be a theory question. It came from chapter 2. Question number 3A, Nana. Problem. Chapter 3, economic efficiency. Question number 3B, again theory. Chapter 4, or sometimes they are asking chapter 2 also. Question number 4A, theory from chapter 4. Question number 4B, problem from chapter 4. Now, Sira, when it comes to the exam, you can't choose 3A. Why? Because you know only 3A, you can't answer 3B. If you choose question number 4, you can answer 4B, you can't answer 4A if you take a theory is choice. Nana, clear, Nana? Yes, I said 3A, 4B is easy only, but you have to compensate with another questions also, na? Sir, clear, sir? In 1 or 2 attempts, what they did means, they did 4A problem, 4B problem. At that time, we can easily answer. Are you guys clear? When you choosing a question also very, very important in SPM-BV. Sir, clear, sir? Okay, then fine. Question number 5 here, Nana. Here onwards all are problems only. Either from chapter 5 or 6, Nana. 5B problem from chapter 6. Question number 6A problem from chapter 7. 6B also problem from chapter 7. 7A problem from chapter 8. What's the chapter number 8, Nana? Mergers and acquisitions. 7B problem chapter 8 again. 8A problem. We can't say Nana. Sometimes they're asking chapter 6, sometimes they're asking 7, sometimes they're asking chapter 2, sometimes they're asking case study for 7 marks. 8B problem from chapter 8. So based on that, you have to decide which questions need to choose in exam. Nana, clear, Nana? So sometimes what happen means, in every question you know only one. For example, 7 only one, 8 only one, 6 only one. At the time also not a problem. Apart from the 2 choices, you have a 5 questions. Out of 5, 5 ones, 5 questions. 60 is guaranteed, na? Sir, clear, sir? If you put some more efforts, you will get more than 60. That's it. If you put just a minimum of efforts, you will get exemption. If you put some more efforts extra, you will get more than 60. That's it. It's purely your expectation of the ranker both groups. Okay, no? Okay, then fine. Without that, I am starting chapter number 5, Nana. Fundamentals of business valuation. Fundamentals of business valuation. Okay, then fine. Please respond. What is the mean for valuation as per your knowledge? What is the mean for valuation as per your knowledge? Worth. Excellent. Next. Worth is a good one only. What next? Valuation as per your knowledge. Do you think each and everything has value? Do you think each and everything has value? Yes or no? Do you have value for your body? Yes. Scientifically you have. Brain, some amount. Subject to condition, you need to medically fit. Sorry. I'm not saying like that, sir. Your blood need to be pure. Your lungs need to be pure. Your liver need to be pure. Sir, clear, sir? Human brain have value. Human lungs have value. Human heart have value. Everything is value. How to ascertain, sir? Hey, come down. How to ascertain? How to ascertain that? For example, I said, what's your name? Not Ramesh. Back. Damodar. Damodar Brian had a 5 CR valuation. Sir, not a joke, sir. I'm just saying, sir. 5 real, huh? How you ascertain that? How you ascertain, man? I said roughly. You said yes, sir. That is a true. How it true? Chat. Okay, do chat GPT. Okay. So okay, forgot about the example. That all are uh, hospitalized point of view only they can ascertain. We can't ascertain that clearly. Sir, clearer, sir. They have some measures. If you satisfy that measures, they will give some value. For example, that guy have a 5 CR. Our Ramesh had a 10 CR value. Girls had a 200 CR value. 2000, man. Only 1000. Okay, then fine. So 1000. That all are we can't say with help of calculation. But when it come to here, we are not doing a valuation of human body. We are doing a valuation of companies. We are doing a valuation of assets. We are doing a valuation of liabilities. We are doing a valuation of securities. Guys, clear? Now, based on this example, I understand valuation is nothing but find outing a worth of something. Yes or no? Find outing worth of something. No need of book definition. Just understand basically. Find outing worth of something, that is nothing but valuation. The something is nothing but either company, either asset, either liability, either security. Now in security point of view, it again subdivide into lot of things. Debentures is there, preference shares is there, equity shares is there, bonds is there. Yes or no, sir? Okay, then fine. Take another example. I need to sell this Shikhara tutorial to someone. Neekendukara. I will talk to Bhaskar, sir. Okay, I am ready to sell my I ready to sell this Shikhara to Bhaskar sir only. I appointed you are my company CFO or CEO. Please tell me how you value this Shikhara tutorials. You have need to figure out worth of something, na? The something is this college. I need to valuation. With help of using your 2000 CR brain, please tell me. Market value. How you know the market value? Hey, calm down. It will be like discussion is good. Talk one by one. Market value. How? Similar. That is one of the model we have. There is a concept name called company comparable multiples method. We are doing a valuation with help of our similar company. Our similar college. Exactly. Super. Next. Assets and liabilities. I agree for this organization that is not appropriate. What are the assets we have? TV, benches. Benches. It is worth equal to college value, Yes, that's a point. Goodwill. That's a point. Goodwill. That is called goodwill valuation. Asset valuation is there. That is not suitable for this college. Are you agree or not? Why? Because assets are only we have AC, TV, benches. Nana, clear, Nana? But if you want to determine the value of the Shikhara tutorials, you have to calculate goodwill. I hope you already know the goodwill calculation. Super normal method. Next, average profits method. What next, Nana? That many methods not there in our material. Only one super. Sir, clear, sir? Okay. Sir, we are not figuring super profits method. The reason we are not maintained proper books of accounts. Without profits, we can't ascertain the goodwill, na? Yes or no, sir? Okay. Goodwill is not possible. Any other option? Any other option? Assets is not possible. Goodwill is not possible. And similar companies also not there in our surroundings. These are the methods we can use. But for this organization, these three are not possible. Any other option? Exactly. Future benefit calculation. Bringing future economic benefit to present value. We can easily estimate now for this batch 80 people, for next batch on an average 80 only. We are converting their revenue to present value. We will get benefit. Based on that also we can do a valuation. That is called what, Nana? Discounted cash flow method valuation. Discounted cash flow method valuation. For example, this is not a Shikhara tutorials. This is Shikhara Private Limited. Here they are doing steel manufacturing. Steel manufacturing. You said for organization, multiple methods you said now. For the steel manufacturing, what are the methods suitable? For steel manufacturing, how many methods you said? Goodwill you said, company comparable you said, assets valuation you said, discounted cash flow you said. 4 methods you said. Out of that 4, for this steel manufacturing, which one is a suitable and appropriate? Assets valuation. Why? Because in a steel manufacturing company, there is a huge machineries. Nana, clear, Nana? Okay. This all said by our book, Nana. This all said by our book. But when it comes to the reality, how many of you watching Shark Tank? Shark Tank show. Shark Tank. So you need to see that show, Nana. Don't see Korean dramas. You have to watch the Shark Tank. In that Shark Tank, what happened means lot of companies will came for fund procurement. At the time of fund procurement, there is a 3 judges. 3 judges. They will value their company. They will give an offer. Nana, clear, Nana? Now, what happened in the Shark Tank means, for example, I watched so many. In Hyderabad, people also, so many people are went to that Shark Tank. There is a one concept in Hyderabad. If you have any stress, there is, I forgot that name. పగలగొట్టడం ఒక సుత్తిస్తా చేతికి అక్కడ టీవీలు అవన్నీ పాడైపోయినా ఉంటాయి నీ స్ట్రెస్ దిగేదాకా పగలగొట్టచ్చు సీరియస్లీ దట్ ఈస్ అ బిజినెస్ మోడల్ ఇన్ హైదరాబాద్ he went to Shark Tank for a fund procurement. Sir, clearer, sir? They said simply, we will buy your company, your sales into 3 times. What is the value of the company? Sale into 3 times. One more company went to Shark Tank. They said, we will give 1% equity, 1 crore rupees. 1% equity, I will purchase 1% equity for 1 crore. Now, what is the value of the company? 100 crore rupees. 1% equity, 1 crore means what about the 100%? Yeah, that kind of practical valuation will be done in the reality. Now, when it comes to the recent thing happening, Zomato came for IPO. Zomato came for IPO. They procured 10 billion USD. Are you guys clear? Sir, if they want the money, first they need to do value. First they want money, they need to value. Why? Because they need to fix market price. Now, how they fix market price? Required money divided by how many shares I am issuing. Sir, okay now. Okay. Next, you all know Facebook acquired WhatsApp, Facebook acquired Instagram. Now the Facebook name is not there, Meta. Nana, clear, Nana? If company wanna acquire one company, they need to value, na? Are you guys clear? Seller point of view, seller need to calculate purchaser value. Purchaser also need to calculate their value. Why? Because I can't give estimated figures. I will give proper figures. Okay, then fine. I am ready to acquire. So what's your name, Nana? Nitin started one company. The value of the company as per Nitin, 20 CR. With help of his practical knowledge, with help of his experience, with help of his professional professional qualification, he figured out that their company value is 20 CR. Yes or no, no? Next, when it comes to myself, I offered him 15 CR. He will agree? He will agree? Okay. Can I offer 25 CR? Think in my point of view. Can I offer 25 CR? In Istana, 25 CR? Why? Because his point of view, the value of is how much? 20 CR. My point of view, first option 15, second option 25. Both is possible, huh? Yeah, both is possible, man. If Nitin is money needed, Nitin is money needed, what he will do? He will wait for another person, huh? He will give for 15 CR. Sir, clearer, sir? When it comes to the second option, I quoted 25 CR, na? That also be possible. When that also be possible? If I purchase that company, I have a more benefits. I have a more benefits. At the time, what I do? I will give more offer. I will give more offer. That point said by valuation is a subjective concept. Valuation is a subjective concept. The word subjective represent value is differ from person to person. The person is not a right word. Valuer to valuer. Nana, clear, Nana? Okay. In Kokapeta, I seen 1 acre of land. The value of the government 80 CR. The value of the land government decided 80 CR. There is a mobile called Micromax. Micromax owner purchased for 100 CR. Do you know that? You seen in Instagram also, in Kokapeta, Hyderabad land 1 acre equal to 100 CR. That purchased by him only. Nana, clear, Nana? Government decided value is 80 CR, but he purchased at 100 CR. It is worth or not, Nana? It is worth or not? Now Micromax CEO point of it's worth only. If I invest 100 CR on that 1 acre land, in future I will get more than 100 CR. That's why I am giving a more offer than government quotation. Sir, clear, sir? These all are the practical valuations, Nana. These all are the practical valuation. So when it comes to book knowledge is different, practically valuation is different. Practically just like it's like meat of coffee. So they will meet in one restaurant, they will talk each other, they will express about their financials. One purchaser will say simply, your EBIT into 5 times. My offer, your EBIT into 5 times. Then seller will negotiate. No, my EBIT into 7 times I need. They will negotiate each other. At one point of time, they will decide. Nana, clear, Nana? Okay. Next, Nana. Another point you have to understand. Price, value, both are same or different? Price, value, both are same or different? Then what is the difference? If you want to know the difference, you need to watch Radhesham. Seriously, there is a one particular scene regarding to hero in a clip, hair clip. Their friends ask about the value of that. He will say some $200 or $500. That's while they are putting a face like for that only you are doing this much. Then he will tell, this clip I interested to purchase, but another guy is purchased. I asked him. He said I purchased for my something. Sir, clear, sir? Then he లేదు అతను దాన్ని పర్చేస్ చేసి ఎక్కడికో తీసుకెళ్ళిపోతాడు. మనోడు వాడిని ఎత్తుక్కుని అక్కడికి వెళ్తాడు. అక్కడికి వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత వాడు అక్కడి నుంచి వేరే కంట్రీకి వెళ్ళిపోయి ఉంటాడు. వేరే కంట్రీకి మళ్ళీ వెళ్ళి ఆయన అడిగితే ఇది మా పాప కోసమో అమ్మ కోసమో కొన్నాను అంటాడు. ఆయన కన్విన్స్ చేసి తీసుకొని వస్తాడు. దెన్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద వర్త్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్ అని అడుగుతాడు. అప్పుడు జనరలీ ద ప్రైస్ ఈస్ హౌ మచ్, నానా? $500. బట్ నౌ ద వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ ద క్లిప్ నౌ more than the $500? Yes or no? That is the difference you have to understand. When it comes to the valuation, price is different, value is different. What we pay is known as price. What we get back is known as worth or value. Clear? For that point only, there is a concept name called water paradox theory. Water paradox theory. These all are practically we are facing, but we don't know that. That's it. So recently I visited some Arunachalam in midnight. I want to drink a water. Generally the price of the water bottle 20. At midnight, the water bottle price is 30 rupees. Now, what is the price? What is the worth, Nana? 20 is known as price, 30 is known as worth or value. Can I stop drinking water? No. I will put 30 rupees. Same in Kedarnath, 1 liter water bottle, 250 rupees. Can I argue with him? Like a CMA? Hey, how you put this much of price, man? As per MRP, you need to sell at 20 rupees only. So, casting వచ్చుగా మనకి అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి చెప్పామనుకో అక్కడ నుంచి అంతాడు. Sir, clear, sir? Now, what is the difference of price and value, Nana? What we pay is known as price. What we get is known as value. That is the example you can apply in rare commodities. For boys love RX100, not movie, bike. Generally, at the time of their manufacturing, the price of the good is 35,000. Manufacturing also stops. But that bike is available in market. Lot of people are putting 80,000, 90,000, 1,35,000. Reason? Value. Reason is what, Nana? Value. Sir, clearer, sir? Next. We are doing valuation every time, huh? Every week, every month. We are doing valuation every time, huh? Sarada తీరిపోద్ది. If you are a CEO or CFO, sarada తీరిపోద్ది valuation చేయాలంటే. It's not that much of easy. You have to satisfy all stakeholders. Sir, clearer, sir? If there is a purpose, at that time only we are doing a valuation. That is a point said by valuation is a time-bound concept. Valuation is a time-bound concept. I think you learned in your foundation level, there is a concept name called stock concept and flow concept. How many of you know that? Stock concept and flow concept. If anything you are doing in regular intervals, that is called flow concept. If you are doing at point of time, that is called stock concept. I think in foundation they will tell examples. P&L account is a flow concept, balance sheet is a stock concept. That's why the balance sheet date came. Balance sheet as on date. Nana, clear or none? These are the basic important knowledge we need to get for doing a valuation. So valuation is a which concept, ma? Valuation is a which concept? Time bound. First point one I said, valuation is a subjective concept. Valuation is a subjective. What does it mean for subject? It differ from person to person, valuer to valuer. Are you guys clear? Some are quoting more prices, some more values, some are quoting less values. The reason? The company knows. Purchaser knows, seller knows. We don't know. Okay. What are the points we discussed that are introduction to the valuation? So first we want to write definition. What, ma? Note it, ma. Note it. I need to discuss with Bhaskar sir about notes. The reason why I'm at that point I will give notes means lot of problems, sir. Writing is very, very difficult. The reason for they will give 10 years cash flows. For the 10 years you need to multiply with the present value factor. That mess is there. Sir, clearer, sir? But I am not decided. Okay, first write it down. Not a problem. So valuation is analytical. So I think a lot of subjects are started. I think you are writing each and everything. But when come to the Spm&Bv, notes already is there with the same material. That's why I said that point. At least if they will not give a printout, I will send that entire notes in your group. Please take your printout. That is a benefit I will give, sir. That's it. Okay? At least try to that. I will ask to management. If management is not accepted, I will send in a group. You can take printout in outside. Okay, then fine. Valuation is an analytical but I will write each and everything, ma. So valuation is an analytical process of determining current fair market value of company, asset, liability, and security by using different methods. Now the different methods is nothing but your sixth chapter, valuation of methods and approaches. Now the valuation of asset and liability is nothing but your seventh chapter. Now the valuation of company, valuation of liability, assets, liability, security is nothing but your seventh chapter. Valuation of company is nothing but your fifth and sixth chapter. Clear? Next one, focusing points on valuation. The first focusing point, valuation is a subjective concept. Valuation is a subjective concept. Why valuation is a subjective concept? Here two people are involved or two teams are involved. Their experience are same, their skill is same, their professional qualification is same. Because of the three reasons, valuation is a subjective concept. Now write down the 3 points, ma. Skill and knowledge, experience, professional qualification. Now the second focusing point, valuation is valuation done at point of time. Valuation done at point of time. What is the mean for that point of time? We are not doing every week, we are not doing every month, we are not doing every year. We are doing when it is required. If there is a purpose, at that time only we are doing valuation. Anna, clear, Anna? Here you need to understand another thing for MCQ purpose. Flow concept, stock concept. Now valuation is a which concept, Nana? What concept? Stock concept. If you want, write down the meaning of flow concept and stock concept also. What does it mean for flow? Transaction doing in regular intervals. Transaction doing in regular intervals is known as flow concept. If transaction doing at point of time is known as stock concept. Now what is the mean for regular intervals? Again and again. The word regular represent again and again. Completed. Next third focusing point, Nana. In valuation, price is differ or same? Differ or same? In valuation, prices differ from value. In valuation, we are focusing on what, Nana? Price or value? Name itself valuation, ra? Value only. Don't say price. Name itself valuation. That's why I said the difference between price and value. Are you okay? Now one point I said regarding to price. What we pay. What we pay for a commodity. You can take an example of shares also. Ra. If you purchase share at 100 rupees, that is called price. In return, what we will get? 100 rupees or more than 100 or less than 100? Depends. If you choose wrong stock, your market price what happen? Decreases. If you choose right stock, your market price what happen? That is a worth. Nana, clear, Nana? You purchased price of share is known as price only. But return get you back is known as value. That value may be more than the price, less than the price, depends. Now value. What we get back. Now this price depends on value of exchange, Nana. Value of exchange. This value depends on value of use. Based on usage, that worth will be differ. Based on usage, the worth will be differ. It fixed by demand and supply. Price is fixed based on what, Nana? Demand and supply. I said in SAM also there is a topic name called seller market and customer market. What is the seller market? What is the seller market? Demand is more than the supply. At that time seller will do increase the price. Nana, clear, Nana? If supply is more than the demand, it benefit to customer. Why? Seller need to reduce the price, na? That's why that is called customer market. Or you can take a simple example also. In that SR Nagar only, one tiffin shop is there. One auntie will put dosa. I don't know. They will put one. If any specification you will give to her, he will not accept. I will put dosa like this only. If you want eat, then go away. Seriously, that market is known as seller market only. Customer specification is they will not accept. Sir, clear, sir? In few those bundles is there. If you say specification, they will agree. Don't put onion. Put some, give more, that kind of things they will accept. That is called customer market. No, sir. Seller market, customer market not decide based on specification. Based on price only they are decide. Based on demand and supply only they will decide, sir. Just for fun purpose only I said that those example. They will not decide like that, sir. Clear? Now simply you can observe, if demand is more than supply, what happened, ma? Seller automatically increase the price. If price increases, who will be benefited? Seller or supplier only, no? That's why it is called seller market. That's why it's called seller market. Next, if supply is greater than demand, seller what he do? He will reduce the price. If a price reduces, who will benefit it, ma? That's why that is called customer market. For satisfying of both customer and seller only, there is a concept name called equilibrium point. On that equilibrium point, both seller and customer have a same advantages, same disadvantages. Both are happy. Nana clear, Rana? Based on demand and supply only, we will fix the price. But when it comes to value, it fixed based on market conditions. Based on market conditions. Sir, clear, sir? Okay, then fine. Can anyone tell me purpose of valuation as of your knowledge? For example, you are the CEO or CFO. When you do valuation, that is a question. What, Nana? Revaluation. The proper name for revaluation is reconstruction of the business. If you want to do reconstruction of the business, first you have to find out worth of your business. Then only you can do what, Nana? Reconstruction. Okay, one completed. Next. Yeah, insolvency and dissolution time. Insolvency and dissolution time. If it's an insolvency, means you have to report your worth of the company to valuer, na? Yes or no, sir? What's the name of the? If court appointed? Yeah. But at that time also you have to figure out worth of you. If you not figure out worth of you, he will figure out. Yes or no? At the time of insolvency time and dissolution time also you have to do what, ma? Valuation. Another purpose we identified. Next, Nana. Yeah, to raise funds, that is nothing but IPO situation. At the time of initial public offer also you have to figure out your company worth. Nana, clear? Third purpose also we identified. Next, Nana. Except main thing you are saying everything, ra. Mergers, amalgamation is not a proper word here. Merger and acquisition. Merger and acquisition. What's the mean for merger and acquisition? Anyone? We will discuss in that chapter. Combining of two or more companies is known as merger or acquisition. Now, just that is sufficient. But I will give a clarity about the merger acquisition. Slight difference is there. But as of now, the main definition is two or more firms combined together is known as merger and acquisition. At that time also you have to do what, Nana? ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు అప్పుడు వాల్యూ చేసుకోలేదు అనుకో, సెల్లర్ అటు నోటుకు వచ్చినంత అడుగుతాడు. నువ్వు వాటితో కంపీట్ చేయాలి అంటే యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఫిగర్ అవుట్ ఎవరు వర్త్నా. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? With help of their technical team and with help of their professional team, they calculated your company worth as a purchaser. As a seller also you need to figure out your company worth for negotiating to them. That is the purpose we are doing a valuation. The valuation name is called merger and acquisition. Next, anyone? That is sufficient for us. There is another concept name called estate planning. Estate planning. Anyone? Estate planning. Your grandfather will write a will. After my death, my entire property will transfer to my grandchild. How much you get, Ra? 40 acres. నువ్వెన్ని చేసావు దాన్ని? 40 acres. Which area? Kokabet. Yeah, that is called estate planning, Nana. For lifetime purpose, if you plan anything to one person, that is called estate planning. It's a death, before death or after death, not a matter. Estate planning. At that time also, we are doing a valuation. If you don't know about the valuation, how I write the will draft? Yes or no, no? That are the purposes of business valuation. Write that point also. What is the first purpose, Nana? Mergers and acquisition. Nana, what you said, the different names, that is right only, Nana. Amalgamation is a right only. So amalgamation is a part of merger and acquisition is a part of amalgamation. Clear? But even though we have a multiple purposes, 99% we are doing a valuation in our subject for mergers and acquisitions purpose only. Even though we discussed about multiple purposes, that main purpose in our book set by merger and acquisition purpose only we are doing valuation. Clear? Next, Nana. Insolvency, dissolution. Third one, what you said, Ra? Initial public offer or FPO, further public offer also. Okay, na? Fourth reason, what you said, ma? You said only business reconstruction. One thing I said, estate planning. Oh, yeah. That covered under business reconstruction. Dissolution. At the time of dissolution only, if you sell assets at lump sum, that is called slump sale. So you can write that also one of the reason. If you want to sell your entire company assets, you have to figure out the value of that entire assets. Slump sale. Next. Chal. One thing is there, trade disputes. Trade disputes. What's the trade disputes? Trade disputes. What, Nana? Any issue with the partner? Huh? Issue with the stakeholder list. Nana, clear, Nana? Government said suddenly you need to ban your company. What are the product you are manufacturing that is harmful to the society? What we need to do? What we need to do? వచ్చిన కాడకు అమ్ముకోవడమే లేదంటే రోడ్లోనే. Sir, clear, sir? Okay. If government changes, that happens for some companies. If state governments or central government changes, that things will possible for few companies. So when it come to you are an entrepreneur, you don't have some specific party. You need to follow each and every one. That is a rule followed by Adani and Ambani. What are the government in central? Not a matter. All projects they are only getting. Nana, clear, Nana? But few people says that if there is a BJP party, it is a beneficial to Adani. If there is a Congress party, it's a beneficial to Ambani. No. Any party in the central, not a matter. All benefits goes to the two people only. Nana, clear, Nana? Okay. The next concept, methods of valuation, Anna. Methods of valuation. Just I will give list ma. In detailingly, I explain in chapter 6. Valuation of methods of valuation. Methods of valuation. Now, before methods, you need to understand three things. Methods classified based on approaches, Nana. Market approach, income approach, cost approach. So methods classified based on approaches. Are you guys clear? Now we have a three approaches: market approach, income approach, cost approach. Initially we discussed examples, right? About a Shikhara valuation, steel company valuation. That are the points we need to discuss under methods. Now when it comes to this market approach, Nana, here we have three methods. Market price method, company comparable multiple method, company comparable transaction method. These are the three methods we have under market approach. He said one point, how you do Shikhara valuation means I will compare with similar colleges. That is the concept name called second point, company comparable multiples method. Company comparable multiple methods. In a practically, HDFC sold to some other bank. Sir, clear, sir? How they did a valuation means they did a valuation by considering PB ratio of ICICI Bank. Nana, clear, Nana? PB ratio of ICICI Bank. Sir, why, sir? HDFC don't know, na? They not maintain proper books of accounts. If they not maintain proper books of account, the company will consider similar company information for the valuation. Are you okay, ma? Next, this is just an example to understand. In detail, we will discuss later in chapter 6. Next, what about the company comparable transaction method? I started one app that is similar to WhatsApp. That is similar to WhatsApp. I am ready to sell this app to some other party. I need to do valuation of my app. Sir, clear, sir? That kind of apps not available similarly in the market. Only one app is there. What app? WhatsApp. It not related to Indian based company. Nana, clear, Nana? At that time, what I do means, if WhatsApp did any transaction related to the valuation to some other party, I will consider that transaction. Sir, clear, sir? I will consider entire WhatsApp related transaction. For example, out of WhatsApp, my size of the app is 5%. In revenue point of view or growth point of view, whatever it may be, 5%. What I do, I will do 100% valuation for WhatsApp. On that, I will consider 5% as my company valuation. That is called company comparable transaction method, is also be known as guided comparable transaction method. Are you okay? Next, market price method. If you open share market of any company, it will show opening value, closing value of every day. Yes or no? No. Based on that, today I want to value company with help of share price means what value I need to consider? Opening value or closing value? Closing value. Sir, clear, sir? That is old. In olden days we followed, but nowadays they introduced a concept called volume weighted average price concept. Volume weighted average price. Now if you open, there is a app name I forgot it. Money control. As a final student, you need to download that all apps for future purpose. In that money control app, each and everything is available regarding to the companies. You downloaded other apps, huh? Okay, then fine, not a problem. దాంతో పాటు ఇవి కూడా డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోండి. Okay, then fine. If you open that money control app, if you put any company name on the search box, it will give their financial dashboard. Go and observe on the financial dashboard. They will show opening value, closing value, VWAP. VWAP, volume weighted average price. That two concepts we want to discuss under market price method. Clear? Okay. Next, Nana, when it comes to the income approach, Nana, two methods are there. Discounted cash flow method. I hope everyone knows this. If you listen the concept of capital budgeting. What we are doing in capital budgeting? Bringing future economic benefit to present value, compare with the present value of cash outflow. Nana, clear, Nana? But here NPV, IRR is not there. Valuation will be there. I will show what is the valuation. Okay. Next, Nana, earning capitalization method, Nana. Earning capitalization method. Earning capitalization method. As per net income approach, we can figure out market value of the firm two types. Market value of equity plus market value of a debt is known as market value of firm. What is the second logic? EBID divided by KO. EBID divided by KO. That is called earning capitalization. That is called earning capitalization. Basic example. I taken some X amount from Ramesh. At every end of the year, I said, this is the 10,000 as an interest, 10% rate of interest. I don't, other parties don't know about the X. What is the X? Capital. Nana, clear, Nana? What is the clue I given him? What is the other clue? 10,000 rate of interest. Based on that 2, can I figure out the capital value? How much? 1 lakh. How? 10,000 divided by 10%, na? That is the concept name called capitalization. When it comes to Ramesh point of view, 10,000, cost or benefit? Earning only, na? Earning capitalization. Okay. Next, ma. When it comes to cost approach, provided two methods, na? Cost replacement method. Cost reproduction method. Based on this cost replacement method, cost reproduction method, we don't have any problems. Only 1 or 2 problems is there, that too in valuation of assets and liabilities. Now entire 6th chapter revoluting around in this one. Market price method, company comparable, company multiple, company comparable transaction, discounted cash flow, earning capitalization. Nana, clear, Nana? Apart from this, irrespective of approaches, we have some methods that is called net assets method. I hope you know how to calculate net assets. Exactly. That kind of clarity I will give. Net assets is also been known as net worth, is also been known as equity, it is also been known as shareholder fund. Sir, clear, sir? Generally, we know net assets represent fixed total assets minus outside. Nana, clear, Nana? Based on that also, we are doing a valuation. Next, Nana. Goodwill valuation. Next, economic value added. Next, market value added. So generally all methods I will discuss in chapter 6 except last two. Economic value added concept, market value added concept I will discuss in chapter 7. Why? Because chapter 6 they provided problems, in chapter 7 also they provided problems. Because of a duplication I sent all problems to 7th chapter. Sir, clear sir? That's it about today, sir.